Before you scroll any further, pause for a moment and take a slow breath, because this is not a message of pressure, not a warning, not a dramatic interruption, but a quiet affirmation that you were guided here for a reason. Angel says, "My beloved soul, you were meant to see this at this exact moment, not by accident, not randomly, but because your journey has brought you to a point where you need encouragement more than instruction. You have been carrying responsibilities, expectations, silent battles, and unspoken growth, and sometimes no one sees how much strength it takes just to keep moving forward. But heaven sees it. Your effort has not gone unnoticed. Your resilience has not gone unrecognized. I am so proud of you. There were days when you questioned yourself, days when you felt behind, days when you compared your progress to others and wondered if you were doing enough. Yet even in those moments, you continued. You did not give up on your responsibilities. You did not abandon your goals completely. You did not let temporary emotions permanently define you. That perseverance is something to honor. Angel says the reason you were meant to see this message is because you need to hear clearly that your quiet consistency matters. The world often celebrates loud achievements, but true growth happens quietly. You have been growing in ways that do not always show on the surface, but they are shaping your future in powerful ways. Think about how much stronger you are now compared to the version of you from a year ago. You handle stress differently. You respond to conflict with more awareness. You recover from setbacks faster. You think more strategically. You protect your peace more intentionally. These are not small improvements, they are signs of evolution. Growth does not always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like better decisions. Sometimes it looks like self-control. Sometimes it looks like walking away from what no longer aligns with your direction. You have been doing that work. Angel says, give me just 1 minute of your attention, not because something will disappear, but because reflection strengthens clarity. Close your eyes briefly and recognize one challenge you overcame recently. Recognize one habit you improved. Recognize one moment when you chose discipline over impulse. These small victories build identity. Identity shapes destiny. When you see yourself as someone capable, you act with more confidence. When you act with more confidence, doors open more naturally. There may have been times when you felt unseen in your effort, especially if you were working toward goals that others did not fully understand. Perhaps you are building something slowly. Perhaps you are healing privately. Perhaps you are changing your mindset while still appearing the same externally. Angel says, do not underestimate the power of internal shifts. Internal shifts create external breakthroughs. The pride being expressed here is not about perfection, it is about persistence. You kept going. That matters. You were meant to see this message because you are at a transition point. Not necessarily a dramatic change, but a subtle elevation. You are becoming more aware of your potential. You are recognizing patterns that once held you back. You are questioning old limits. You are considering new possibilities. That awareness is the beginning of expansion. Expansion begins internally before it becomes visible externally. Stay patient with that process. Angel says, I am proud of the way you have handled disappointment. Instead of allowing it to harden you, you let it teach you. I am proud of the way you have managed pressure. Instead of collapsing under it, you adapted. I am proud of the way you have matured emotionally. Instead of reacting instantly, you pause and think. These qualities are building a stable foundation beneath your future. Stability is more valuable than speed. Sustainable growth is more powerful than sudden excitement. This message is not asking you to rush. It is inviting you to acknowledge your own progress. Sometimes the most motivating force is recognition. When you recognize how far you have come, you naturally gain energy to keep going. Motivation fueled by recognition lasts longer than motivation fueled by comparison. Comparison drains. Recognition strengthens. Angel says continue showing up for yourself. Continue improving small habits. Continue protecting your mindset. Continue choosing growth over comfort. You are not behind schedule. You are not forgotten. You are evolving at the pace that prepares you properly for what is ahead. Trust that preparation. Trust that the work you are doing now is shaping something meaningful. If this message touched your heart even slightly, type, "I am growing," in the comments as a declaration of your journey. Like this video to affirm that you accept progress with gratitude. Share it with someone who needs encouragement today. And subscribe if you are committed to continuing this path of self-awareness, discipline, and steady elevation. You were meant to see this, and you are doing better than you think. Angel says, "My beloved soul, now that you have paused and allowed these words to reach you, I want you to understand something even deeper. The pride being spoken over your life is not based on perfection, it is based on perseverance. You have been navigating responsibilities, expectations, private struggles, and silent growth all at once, and the fact that you are still standing, still thinking about improvement, still desiring clarity, already says more about your character than any achievement ever could. Many people give up when progress feels slow. Many lose direction when recognition is delayed. But you continued moving forward, even when the path felt uncertain, even when encouragement was limited, even when no one seemed to fully understand what you were building internally. That quiet endurance is powerful. There were moments recently when you felt tired in a way that sleep could not fix. Not physically exhausted, but mentally stretched. You were carrying plans in your mind, concerns in your heart, and expectations on your shoulders. Yet you handled those moments with more composure than you give yourself credit for. You did not collapse into negativity. You did not allow frustration to define your attitude. Instead, you adjusted, recalibrated, and kept going. That ability to recalibrate is a sign of maturity. Maturity is not loud. It is steady. It is the decision to remain grounded even when emotions fluctuate. And you have been practicing that more consistently than you realize. Angel says, "I am proud of how you are learning to trust your own growth." In the past, you may have relied heavily on external validation to feel confident. You may have needed reassurance to confirm that you were on the right path. But something has shifted within you. You are beginning to rely more on your internal compass. You pause, reflect, and evaluate before acting. You are thinking beyond immediate emotion. You are considering long-term impact. This shift from reactive behavior to intentional action is a major evolution. It may not be visible to others, but it is transforming your trajectory. You were meant to see this message because you are at a subtle turning point. Not a dramatic, life-flipping moment, but a refinement stage. Refinement is where strength is polished. It is where discipline becomes habit. It is where clarity replaces confusion. You are refining your mindset, your habits, your boundaries, and your expectations. You are becoming more selective with your energy. You are recognizing what drains you and what fuels you. You are slowly releasing the need to please everyone and focusing more on alignment with your own values. That self-awareness is building a stronger foundation beneath your future. Angel says do not underestimate the power of small improvements. You may feel like you are not moving fast enough. You may feel like others are achieving milestones more quickly. But comparison distorts perception. Your growth is tailored to your journey. The lessons you are learning now are equipping you for responsibilities that require depth and stability. Speed without stability creates collapse. Stability creates sustainability. And sustainability creates lasting influence. You are building something that lasts. There have been times when you questioned whether your efforts mattered, especially when results were delayed. You might have thought, is this worth it? Or, am I doing enough? Those questions do not mean you lack faith in yourself, they mean you care deeply about your direction. Caring deeply is not weakness. It is commitment. Commitment sometimes feels heavy because it requires consistency. But consistency compounds. Every small disciplined action adds up. You may not see the full picture yet, but pieces are aligning quietly. Angel says you are also learning emotional balance in a way that will protect you moving forward. In earlier seasons, setbacks may have shaken you deeply. Now you recover faster. You reflect, adjust, and move on without staying stuck for too long. That resilience is strengthening your confidence. Confidence built through resilience is more durable than confidence built through praise. Praise fades. Experience remains. And your experiences have shaped you into someone who can handle both progress and challenge with composure. You were meant to see this because encouragement fuels momentum. When you recognize your own progress, your energy increases naturally. Recognition is not arrogance. It is awareness. Acknowledge how far you have come. Acknowledge how you have improved your reactions, your discipline, your focus. Acknowledge the courage it took to let go of certain patterns that once felt comfortable but limited your growth. Letting go requires strength. You showed that strength. Angel says continue investing in yourself quietly. Continue refining your daily habits. Continue strengthening your mindset. Continue choosing growth even when it feels slow. You are not behind. You are developing depth. Depth produces wisdom. Wisdom produces better decisions. Better decisions produce better outcomes. This cycle is already forming in your life. Remember that pride here is not about ego. It is about affirmation. It is about reminding you that effort matters even before results become visible. You are evolving. You are thinking more clearly. You are acting more intentionally. You are protecting your peace more confidently. These are powerful transformations. And they are preparing you for the next level of responsibility and opportunity. Stay patient with yourself. Stay disciplined. Stay focused. You were meant to see this message not because something is about to disappear, but because you needed a reminder that your growth is real and your effort is seen. Keep building. Keep refining. Keep trusting the process. You are doing better than you think, and you are becoming stronger than you realize. Angel says, "My beloved soul, now we move into the deeper layer of what you truly need to understand, because pride in you is not just about what you have survived, it is about who you are becoming as a result of everything you have experienced. You are not the same person you were when you first began this journey of growth. Your reactions have softened. Your awareness has sharpened. Your patience has expanded. You may not always notice these changes in daily life because they feel gradual, but gradual transformation is the most powerful kind. Sudden change can shock the system, but steady refinement builds character that lasts. There were moments when you felt invisible in your effort, when you showed up consistently but no one applauded, when you improved privately but no one acknowledged it publicly. Yet you continued anyway. That decision to continue without applause reveals strength that external validation can never create. Many people rely on recognition to maintain motivation. You learned how to maintain discipline even without recognition. That alone sets you apart in ways you may not yet fully understand. Angel says, "I am proud of the way you have matured beyond the need for constant approval." You are also learning something very important about your own worth. In the past, you may have tied your value to productivity, achievements, or how much you were doing for others. You measured yourself by output. But now you are slowly realizing that your value is not conditional. Your worth does not decrease when progress feels slow. Your worth does not disappear when you make mistakes. This understanding is creating internal stability. Internal stability reduces anxiety. Reduced anxiety improves clarity. Improved clarity strengthens decisions. You are stepping into a healthier relationship with yourself. Angel says there is a reason you were meant to see this message now. You have been quietly questioning whether your pace is enough. You have been wondering if you are growing fast enough, achieving enough, improving enough. Comparison has tried to whisper that you should be further ahead. But comparison does not know your full story. It does not know your responsibilities, your emotional battles, your private adjustments. Growth is not a race. It is a personal evolution. And your evolution is unfolding in alignment with the depth of your character. You have handled situations recently with more composure than before. Where you once reacted impulsively, you now pause. Where you once doubted immediately, you now reflect. Where you once felt overwhelmed, you now break challenges into manageable pieces. These changes may seem small, but they are foundational. Foundations determine how high you can build without collapsing. You are strengthening your foundation every day through Conscious effort. Angel says, I am proud of your courage to confront yourself honestly. Self-reflection is not easy. It requires humility. It requires the willingness to admit where improvement is needed. You have been doing that work internally. You have identified habits that needed adjustment. You have recognized thought patterns that needed refinement. You have taken steps to become more disciplined in areas that once felt inconsistent. This internal honesty is shaping your external results in ways you cannot yet fully measure. There have been nights when you felt uncertain about your direction. There were moments when you questioned whether your effort would eventually pay off. But you kept building anyway. That willingness to continue without immediate confirmation is powerful. It develops endurance. Endurance creates confidence over time because you begin to trust your ability to handle uncertainty. You are not afraid of uncertainty the way you once were. You understand now that uncertainty often precedes expansion. Angel says you are also becoming more intentional with your energy. You are noticing who uplifts you and who drains you. You are recognizing when to engage and when to step back. This discernment is protecting your peace. Peace strengthens focus. Focus increases productivity. Productivity creates visible progress. It is all connected. The pride expressed here is rooted in the awareness that you are connecting these pieces more clearly than before. You may not feel extraordinary every day. Most days feel normal. But extraordinary growth often happens in ordinary routines. The discipline of waking up and trying again. The consistency of improving small habits. The humility of learning from mistakes. These daily choices accumulate into transformation. Angel says the reason this message matters is because sometimes you need to pause and recognize your own evolution. Recognition fuels momentum. Momentum sustains growth. Do not underestimate how far you have come. Think about your mindset a year ago. Think about how you handled pressure then compared to now. Think about how you reacted to criticism then compared to now. There is growth there. Real growth. Growth that is shaping your future quietly but powerfully. Angel says continue nurturing this evolution. Continue strengthening your habits. Continue trusting your process. You were meant to see this not because something is disappearing, but because encouragement strengthens resilience. You are building something meaningful. You are evolving into someone disciplined, aware, and steady. That steadiness will support the opportunities ahead. Keep going. Keep refining. Keep trusting your journey. You are doing more right than you realize, and you are becoming stronger with every step. Angel says, my beloved soul, this is the part where everything you have been hearing becomes something you live, not just something you feel for a moment. Pride is not meant to make you comfortable and passive, it is meant to remind you that you are capable of even more. The growth you have shown so far is only the beginning of a deeper refinement that is taking place inside you. You are not simply surviving your circumstances anymore, you are learning to shape them. You are not just reacting to life, you are responding with intention. That shift is powerful, and it marks the beginning of a new chapter where awareness turns into consistent action. There is something beautiful about the way you have handled your recent challenges. Instead of collapsing under pressure, you adapted. Instead of blaming others for every obstacle, you looked inward and asked how you could improve. Instead of giving up when things felt slow, you adjusted your pace and kept moving. That willingness to adjust without quitting is one of your greatest strengths. Angel says, I am proud of your flexibility. Flexibility is not weakness, it is intelligence. It allows you to grow without breaking. It allows you to evolve without losing yourself. You may not realize how much your mindset has strengthened. You think differently now. You speak differently. You evaluate differently. Where you once doubted automatically, you now question your doubt. Where you once assumed the worst, you now consider possibilities. This change in thinking patterns is shaping your reality more than you know. Thoughts influence behavior. Behavior influences outcomes. Outcomes influence confidence. Confidence influences future choices. You are stepping into a healthier cycle, one built on reflection and discipline, rather than impulse and insecurity. Angel says, do not rush this stage of growth. You do not need dramatic change to validate your progress. The most powerful transformations are subtle. They show up in how you handle disappointment calmly, how you protect your peace without hostility, how you choose long-term discipline over short-term comfort. These quiet decisions are sculpting your character. Character determines longevity. Longevity determines impact. You are building depth, and depth creates stability that cannot easily be shaken. There may still be moments when you feel unsure. That does not erase your growth. Growth does not eliminate doubt entirely, it teaches you how to move forward despite it. Courage is not the absence of uncertainty, it is the decision to act with awareness anyway. You are becoming courageous in a grounded way, not loud, not reckless, but steady. Steady courage lasts. It carries you through seasons of waiting and seasons of movement alike. Angel says, continue nurturing your discipline. Continue refining your habits. Continue strengthening your boundaries. The pride expressed here is not a finish line, it is encouragement along the path. You are building something meaningful, something that requires patience and consistency. The world may not always notice your effort immediately, but results will eventually reflect it. Seeds planted consistently will grow, even if growth is invisible at first. Remember that your journey is unique. Your pace is intentional. Your lessons are tailored to your character. You are not behind. You are developing resilience. You are not forgotten. You are being shaped. You are not inadequate. You are evolving. Every challenge you faced recently has strengthened your foundation. Every moment of self-reflection has sharpened your clarity. Every time you chose discipline over distraction, you moved closer to the person you are becoming. Angel says, I am proud of your persistence. I am proud of your willingness to improve. I am proud of your quiet determination. Keep moving forward with awareness. Keep refining yourself daily. Keep protecting your peace. The path ahead will continue to unfold, and you will be ready for it because you have been preparing quietly all along. If this message has spoken deeply to you from beginning to end, type "I am evolving" in the comments as your declaration of growth. Like this video to affirm that you accept your progress with gratitude. Share it with someone who needs encouragement to keep going. And subscribe if you are committed to continuing this journey of awareness, discipline, and steady elevation. You were meant to see this, and you are becoming stronger than you ever imagined.